Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Austin of The Lone Few, and today we're back with some more hiding spots in Slasher. So Slasher, of course, is the Michael Myers game mode that they brought into Weekend Warfare this weekend, as well as a week or two ago, and I'm sure it's going to be back soon, so I figured I'd lay out some spots that you can get to in Slasher. And now, before we get into the video, I know there's going to be stuff missing from here, stuff that you're probably going to find are really easy spots, and the reason that they're not in here is because we've already made about half a dozen videos of secret spots that you can get to in Core. So Slasher runs off of the old school jumping engine rather than Core or Hardcore, where you can't quite jump as far. And so these are spots that you could not get into while in Core, but in old school, which Slasher is based upon, you can. So for instance, Overgrown has a lot of great spots, perfect for Slasher, but there really isn't anything that's specific to old school, so it's not in this video. So if, you know, stuff like that, I would highly suggest going back and checking out those older videos. They can be a huge help. So I've rambled for way too long. Let's jump right into it. So we're going to start off on Wetwork, and there's about two main ones on Wetwork. The first of which, if you come up to basically the center masts of the ship, you can actually get on all four of them. You just have to hop up on top of the railing and then crouch jump, wedge yourself on top, and then just go up to the top. So it sways back and forth. Thankfully, like, you don't have to like tightrope it and walk back and forth. The invisible wall just goes, you know, straight forward. So you can get plenty of people up on here and not really have to worry about falling off. But if you do fall off, you will die because this is, you know, kill limit. So if the Mike Myers does eventually get up to you, your only real option is to jump down the, you know, down the pole, try to like leapfrog him. If you try jumping off, you most likely will die. So you can get on all four of them. Two of them are exactly the same, so this one that we're on right now, and also the one across is the same method. Now I'm just going to show you the other method for the other two. It's basically the same thing, just jump crouch from the railing. It's just a different railing, so I figured I'd show that. I tried jumping from one mast to the other. I think you'll see me try it right here and just completely die. It may be possible, try it if you want, but you know, you don't have my word on that. Then, if you go over to, I believe this is the stern of the ship, hop on top of this floodlight, and again, you gotta kind of sprint, jump, crouch, and you'll get up on top of this this upper deck. And you can go all the way around it. You can also kind of jump from the other side as well. You see Shane trying it right there. He eventually will get it. You can go all the way around. Nice, you know, vantage point of the entire place. If you find the Slasher down there, he's gonna be confused as to how in the hell you got up here. But even from up here, there's a much better spot that you can get to. So if you go over to this floodlight over here in the front, hop up on top of it, you're actually going to jump onto an invisible barrier. If you can see the railing down below you, that barrier extends up. If you jump up onto that and then leapfrog your way onto the other barrier, then you can kind of wedge yourself and fall down onto the edge of the ship right here. And so now you're actually on the other side of the wall, keeping you on the ship. So if you just jump back off, you fall through the water and you're just out of the map. You will fall, I believe, indefinitely. You cannot die unless you hold a grenade or swap teams if you're in private match. And yeah, you're just down here. A little cheap probably in Slasher because no one has any fucking idea how the fuck you got down here, but figured throw it in anyway. Really cool. Eventually, so this is Shane's footage. Eventually, Shane, I believe, loses his gun in some way. I'm not sure entirely how he did that, but yeah, that's just, you can go down into the void. Now moving on to Crash. Crash is another one of those maps that has a bunch of stuff in Core, so I would suggest going and checking out that video first. So this first spot is from the rooftop that you can get to in a myriad of different ways. We just showed you one that you can get to. You're going to have to sprint, strafe jump over to this ledge here, and from that ledge just kind of shimmy your way around the corner slightly. It's very small, the invisible wall, and then sprint jump over to another kind of invisible wall, and you'll just kind of be right up here just in front of the balcony. Unfortunately, you cannot get into the balcony, and it's also very fidgety, but if you can stay up there, will confuse the hell out of people. Slasher can't get you. It's great. And now if you climb the ladder on the big, main tall building, and then I don't even know if this is considered a strafe jump. It's kind of like a U-y jump. You're going to have to jump straight and also to the right to kind of swing around the fence there. And you can get on top of this ledge. And actually from this ledge, this ledge by itself is pretty cool, but from the ledge you can also jump to one of the few trees that you can actually still stick into in this game, and just hide up here. You really can't be seen. What's probably going to give you away are your teammates, jumping at you and being like, how in the hell did you get up there? But the slasher really won't see you, and even if he does, he'll have no idea how to even get to you. The next up is Downpour, and so there's a couple of rooftops we can get onto on this map. First off, if you go over to the tractor and then strafe jump your way across, you can get up onto this rooftop, and you can, you can go all around on top of this place. This is probably the most common spot I've seen in Slasher. You used to be able to go on top of that tin roof off to the left. Right now, it seems like they patched that. There's an invisible wall there now. But this is still just as good. You can get up on top of the upper roof as well, if you can finagle it. Great lines of sight. You can see everyone on the map. You can see exactly where the slasher is at all times. Really good spot. Then you can also hop on top of this shed by just straight jumping off of the fence. Very easy jump. Probably so easy that the slasher will figure it out after about 10 seconds. But it is a good place to go, to hide out if everyone else is on the other roof and you don't want to be, like everyone else. Come over here. And guys, that will do it for this episode of Secret Spots. Again, just a reminder, these all took place in the old school engine, and we deliberately left out anything that is possible in core and hardcore, as we already made videos on those. They'll be down in the description for the maps that we covered here, just, the core versions, If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, or you should be able to click on two videos on the bottom left and right of your screen right now. Please go check those out. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I'll see you guys. Peace.